I have one of my usual viewers known as Ibrahim Bisegera. He has always been asking me about Todibo, and I've always wanted to get a credible source that we are interested in Todibo, and finally I've got it. And obviously Man United are going to have to make their first contact for Todibo on Nice, or with Nice, the club where he plays in form, as Harry Maguire getting out of Man United is obviously coming close like never before. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Smash the like button close to 300 times, and don't forget to subscribe. Eric Bay in the mix of this, as his talks, or his transfer to Al Nassr talks, have gone ahead to progress, though no official bid submitted in by Al Nassr. And lastly, Scott McTominay is also one of those that we're going to talk about into this build-up of the day, all night. So, already are my initials. You can as well follow me on Twitter at Rokani Media FB. Let's start off with Todibo, and it's Fabrizio Romano onto this one, dropping the story like hot. Manchester United had contacts to be informed on the conditions of Jean-Clair Todibo deal. No Todibo, no bid, no talks at this stage, as the option could only be activated if Harry Maguire leaves. Juventus already left the race for Todibo last week. That is it. And it's been confirmed as by Fabrizio Romano that Todibo to United is really coming to where we want it to be. Jean-Clair Todibo, Manchester priority target, not only one in the list if Maguire leaves, as revealed 2 days ago. Contacts already in place. When you look at Todibo, he's a 23-year-old French professional player who plays for Nice down in the League One. He's 1.9 meters tall and his weight is 88 kilograms. He was born in Cayenne, French Guiana, and last season he went ahead to play some good number of games for Nice. In the League One, he played 34 games, 0 goals, 0 assists, 3 yellow cards and 2 red cards, and I don't see anything that can act as a black spot for Eric Ten Hag to say to it that he's not interested into the player. Now, for Todibo, if it only happens to come to Man United, you'll come out and say he's really one of the most blessed footballers I've gone ahead to see in the period that I've gone ahead to see Ten Hag sign players, because for him, he was not the first choice signing as a right-sided centre-back for Eric Ten Hag. He was not even a second choice target for Eric Ten Hag, because the first choice target was Kim Min-jae, who went to Bayern Munich. The second choice was Disasi, who went to Chelsea. And Todibo comes in through as a third choice, but he's also a very good right-sided centre-back. Calm on the ball, he can express himself with the ball well on both feet, and he's comfortable with the ball. His composure is undoubtedly one of the best, and he's one of those players that teams have always gone ahead to show interest in, and here he comes making the list of Manchester United. And even one of the most notable journalists coming in from French, that is Fabrice Hawkins, he works for the RMC Sport of France, has also gone ahead to obviously throw into some highlights on the Todibo deal. Manchester United targets Jean-Clair Todibo, discussions with Nice and defenders entry. The Red Devils are waiting to sell Harry Maguire to take action. Now, Harry Maguire is the reason as to why this deal has not yet happened, because United believe that they can easily sell Harry Maguire and obviously get in Todibo. And I think the moment it's obviously into the mix, especially the bid of Harry Maguire, and you feel like they're going to accept it, then the deal of Todibo will be given green light by Man United. Remember, Juventus wanted to hijack the deal of Todibo, and finally they pulled out of the race, and he's nowhere to go. Now, for Todibo to come in at Manchester United, Harry Maguire has to go, but it's a very adventurous signing for Manchester United if at all we make it, and what a way to create exit door for Harry Maguire. Remember, Man United rejected a £30 million bid for Harry Maguire, and they've gone ahead to obviously also not want something less than £40 million for Harry Maguire. And today we got a story coming in from Jacob Steinberg that West Ham are not willing to put in more money for Harry Maguire, and the statement says West Ham will not raise their £30 million bid for Maguire, but still hope to sign him. Moyes driving pursuit of Harry Maguire. Manchester United value Harry Maguire at £45 million, and West Ham could switch focus to other midfield targets as they aren't optimistic in securing Scott McTominay. Remember, things concerning Scott McTominay, his bid was rejected by United, and Rory Whitworth also confirmed to us that Man United rejected West Ham's £30 million bid for Scott McTominay. United value Scott McTominay at more than £40 million. Talks ongoing between United and West Ham over Maguire after £30 million bid made for the defender was rejected. And now we also have a story coming in from Standard Sport, as you see on the screen, that Harry Maguire knows a lack of playing time under Erik ten Hag could threaten his England prospects, and he wants to be playing regularly ahead of Euro 2024 next summer. That is the Standard Sport. Now, when you look at Harry Maguire, he's one of those players that the fan base of United really wants out. I know there are those that really love him, but if I were to compare those that love him and those that hate him, you'll obviously know that those that want to see him out of the club of Manchester United are more than those that want to that want him to stay at this club. And that shows you exactly his potentials that have gone ahead not to meet the realistics of Erik ten Hag. The demands of Erik ten Hag set are really high, and Harry Maguire wants out. One, if you're Harry Maguire, there is no way you start Manchester United when you've been dethroned from the captains of Manchester United. That's one. Secondly, you are not having enough playing time. You know, he's this kind of player who came out and said that I have nothing to prove at Manchester United, and that shows you a player who has been captaining a club not knowing the demands of the club. Roy Keane, one of the most trophy-winning captains of Manchester United, never came out and really said that he has nothing to prove at Manchester United. He had won every trophy for the club of Manchester United. You get? But Harry Maguire, who hadn't even lifted any trophy, came out and said he has nothing to prove. That is really very, very ashamed statement coming in from the captain of Manchester United, meaning that he doesn't have the traits. He doesn't have the DNA of the club of Manchester United, having been at Hull City, then signed by Leicester City, signed by Manchester United at the age of 25 in 2019, and he's 30 now, and his mindset is obviously that of a player who should be playing at West Ham. And I think for West Ham, they're going to get themselves a very good defender at the level of West Ham, and we United would obviously be celebrating the departure of Harry Maguire, because every time you're a manager, you get pressure of not playing a player who is just £80 million. But for Erik ten Hag, he'll obviously tell the board, I never signed that player and I don't want him out. And when you look at the list of players that ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously let go out of Manchester United, it's really huge and very, 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 very huge and big. So to me, Harry Maguire deserves to leave the club of Manchester United. He doesn't deserve to be part of the club of Manchester United because he's nowhere near good under the Erik ten Hag system. Because Ten Hag wants to play high line, and to play high line, you need to be one of those players that is really swift, right? You need to be fast when it comes onto the ball, because there is a very huge space left in between the center line and the goal area, meaning that you need to occupy that space if at all a ball over the top has been really floated by the opponent. And you know, United is a big team, and most teams will obviously try to park the bus and obviously hit us on the break. When you're having Harry Maguire, you are having high chances of obviously losing to teams because he is not going to come out and obviously close them down. That's why we need the likes of Todibo, modern centre backs, and I think it's one of those deals that we need to see happen. But as West Ham are really making it hard for Manchester United to obviously get us into this Harry Maguire deal, several teams have gone ahead to come out and obviously put in interest to sign the player of caliber of Harry Maguire. This is Colin Miller. He's a football journalist, European football on Mirror Football, has told us that Everton are considering a move for Manchester United defender Harry Maguire. That is a very huge boost into the story of Harry Maguire, because if West Ham are really saying no to Harry Maguire, then another team can come in through, and obviously a bidding war is going to be expected in between in between West Ham and Everton, and hence they reach the figure that they want. One will say Harry Maguire has been not performing very well at Man United, and he's going in for £30 million. No team would obviously hand United more than £30 million, but United are trying to obviously get the possible income out of him because they are making a loss of £35 million. They bought him at £80 million, and they don't want to lose him on a loss of 50. At least a loss of 37 won't do them bad, or 35, because they believe that the player is worth that amount of money. And I believe West Ham are going to go on and really raise money. Do you know why? West Ham are really having another midfielder they are losing. That is Paqueta, and I think I'm going to bring you that story on Rokani Media Football. You can as well find it there. And in the next story, I'm going to drop you tomorrow about the Todibo to United transfer boost, as raised by very many other stories coming in from other clubs. Now, lastly, let's talk about Al Nassr and Eric Bay. It had obviously gone off the face, but it's now being fronted by the mess of Sky Sports that Al Nassr have held talks with Eric Bay representatives over a potential move. They have not submitted a formal bid yet. Now, talks have been held, I think it's now 2 weeks, but Eric Bay has not obviously gotten green light from Manchester United to go ahead and really undergo his medical at Al Nassr. Do you know why? United have not yet received an official bid coming in from Al Nassr. Remember, Al Nassr is interested in signing the player of Eric Bay caliber, and they've already signed Alex Telles from Manchester United for £4 million plus £2 million of add-ons, and they are waiting to see whether they're going to come in through and obviously cash in, and see Al Nassr cash out for Eric Bay. But it shows you how much Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to clean out his team, because when he came in through, our central defense had Alex Telles has left, it had Eric Bay is leaving, Phil Jones has also left, and some huge clearances are being made at the club of Manchester United. Atuan Zebe has been let go on a free. Brandon Williams might also leave. Harry Maguire might also leave, meaning that Ten Hag is now putting this team in his shape, and I think he's really doing the great job that most of you will always want. Todibo contact made. What are your thoughts about it? Then Harry Maguire out, and looks like a bidding war is anticipated between West Ham and Everton, as Scott McTominay is also on his verge to leave Manchester United. What do you make about that? Eric Bay talks progress as United is waiting for the official bid coming in from Al Nassr for Eric Bay. What are your thoughts about it? Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. I'm out. My Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Laufiku.